You can take me, but you cannot take my boat. I have no boat. I am the great crocodile.
Experience is rare and not universal, and men have developed no complete vocabulary to describe experiences not common to the majority of mankind, and this is especially true of psychical experiences. It is the same in dealing with fairies, as these are hypothetically conceived, for only a few men and women can assert that they have seen fairies, and hence there is no adequate vocabulary to describe fairies. Among the ancients, who dealt so largely with psychical sciences, there seems to have been a common language which could be used to explain the invisible world and its inhabitants, but we of this age have not yet developed such a language. Consequently, men who deny human immortality, as well as men with religious faith who have not through personal psychical experiences transformed that faith into a fact, nowadays when they happen to read what Plato, Lamblisius, or any of the Neoplatonists have written, or even what moderns have written in attempting to explain psychic facts, call it all mysticism. And to the great majority of Europeans and Americans, mysticism is a most convenient noun, applicable to anything which may seem reasonable yet wholly untranslatable in terms of their own individual experience, and mysticism usually means something quite the reverse whence be of scientific simply because we have by usage unwisely limited the meaning of the word science to a knowledge of things material and visible, whereas it really means a knowing or a knowledge of everything which exists. We have tried to deal with the rare psychical experiences of Irish, Scotch, Manx, Welsh, or Breton seers, and psychics generally, in the clearest language possible, but if now and then we are charged with being mystical, this is our defense. 3. The method of studying the fairy faith. In this study, which is first of all a folklore study, we pursue principally an anthropopsychological method of interpreting the Celtic belief in fairies, though we do not hesitate now and then to call in the aid of philology, and we make good use of the evidence offered by mythologies, religions, metaphysics, and physical sciences. Folklore, a century ago, was considered beneath the serious consideration of scholars, but there has come about a complete reversal of scholarly opinion, for now it is seen that the beliefs of the people, their legends, and their songs are the source of nearly all literatures, and that their institutions and customs are the origin of those of modern times. And, today, to the new science of folklore, which, as Mr. Andrew Lang says, must be taken to include psychical research or psychical sciences, archaeology, anthropology, and comparative mythology and religion are indispensable. Thus folklore offers the scientific means of studying man in the sense meant by the poet who declared that the proper study of mankind is man. 4 divisions of the study. The study is divided into 4 sections or parts. The first one deals with the living fairy faith among the Celts themselves, the second, with the recorded and ancient fairy faith as we find it in Celtic literature and mythology, the third, with the fairy faith in its religious aspects, and in the 4th section an attempt has been made to suggest how the theories of our newest science, psychical research, explain the belief in fairies. I have set forth in the first section in detail and as clearly as possible the testimony communicated to me by living Celts who either believe in fairies, or else say that they have seen fairies, and throughout other sections I have preferred to draw as much as possible of the material from men and women rather than from books. Books too often are written out of other books, and too seldom from the life of man, and in a scientific study of the fairy faith, such as we have undertaken, the Celt himself is by far the best, in fact the only authority. For us it is much less important to know what scholars think of fairies than to know what the Celtic people think of fairies. This is especially true in considering the fairy faith as it exists now.